What was the question?
Uh,
Vince and Brock.
right.
Brock. So Matt Riddle was another one. UFC went to WWE. Ronda Rousey from UFC to WWE. There's another one who was a UFC fighter who's a current woman star in WWE right now. I'm blanking on her name. But there's been multiple. So when you read that, I'm like, that could be anybody. Matt Riddle's got a weird past. But like Brock Lesnar was the guy that everybody just assumed, I think.
And isn't it just because he's no longer anywhere around the company?
So if you ask Triple H, he'll have press conferences and journalists will ask what's going on with Brock Lesnar. And he'll be like, Brock's still with the company. He's just at home in Saskatchewan waiting for the call. So like, in other words, Brock's still with the company, but we're not using him until this investigation either finds out that he was a part of it or he wasn't a part of it. Because if he's a part of it, he's gone. But if he's not, he's coming back because he's one of the biggest draws WWE's ever had. So he's still with WWE at the moment, but I think they're paying very close attention to what's been going on there because that is insanely serious. But there's also like, she didn't use his, like the woman, I forget her name. She didn't use Brock Lesnar's name.
And to be fair, Brock's been around his daughter very closely, coaching her with like the track and field throwing and whatnot lately.
Yep.
That's interesting. I haven't heard anybody make that distinction recently.
I mean, that's just what I've read too. You know, like they didn't use his name, but also it is like you can't, because if he is home and they're not using him, it was him. And I think people suspect that maybe he did have something to do with it. I don't know, but time will tell. I think they're trying to salvage all of that privately moving forward instead of publicly, but I don't know. I hope he wasn't a part of it because he's such a draw.
Right.
And there's so many big breakout stars in WWE right now that he would have a phenomenal match with in the ring. There was this group called the Steiner Brothers in WWE, just jacked athletes. And they have a nephew whose name is Bronson Steiner, who goes by Braun Breaker in WWE. He's got the Brock build, but he's like 5'10", former running back for the Baltimore Ravens too.
Okay,
just
wow.
insane agility, but also insane strength, kind of like Brock. Where like Brock's like 280 or whatever, but he also can run like a cheetah. Like I don't even know how do you even teach that?
Can't.
He's just a different breed of a
Built
human
different.
being. Just a different human being, right? There was one quote. There's two quotes from Brock Lesnar that are my two favorite quotes in the entire world. One, he did a promo with a guy named Heath Slater on Monday Night Raw. Heath Slater's whole gimmick at the time was that he was broke and he needed a big match because he's like, I got kids. He's got like 9 kids, right? He's like, I got kids, man. I need to support. And Brock's like, you got kids? I got kids. Get in the ring, man. And gets in the ring. And Brock Lesnar's a heel, a bad guy at this time. So like, oh, what's Brock going to do? And Brock never talked either. So Paul Heyman, who's like a great manager, was Brock Lesnar's manager and did all the talking for him. But Brock grabbed the mic. He's like, you got kids? I got kids. Get in the ring. Let's talk it out. Heath Slater gets in the ring. Brock steps right up to him, looks him dead in the eye, and just goes, I don't give a shit about your kids. Like, and this isn't an era of WWE where it's PG. Like, you don't say shit like that on national television. So the crowd just like blows up, and then Brock Lesnar just beats the crap out of this Heath Slater guy. The other one was, I think it was like right before SummerSlam, because this was in a time where Ronda Rousey just came over. Brock, obviously. This was when Brock fought Mark Hunt at UFC 200, which was like a crossover deal because he was with WWE at the time. But Vince McMahon allowed Dana White to let Brock fight, which turned out to be a big miss because Brock failed his drug test and then Mark Hunt won, right? After the decision was turned. And Brock Lesnar was talking about the possibility of Conor McGregor coming over to WWE because Conor McGregor's talking shit on Twitter all the time, right? At the time, it was Twitter. It's X now, but it's still Twitter, right? And Brock Lesnar was like, I take shits bigger than Conor McGregor. He's not going to kick anybody's ass if he comes over here, which is so true because when you think about it, Conor has made most of his money with his mouth, but he is like 5'8", 150 pounds. Like, I mean, he's like 190 now from the pictures that I've seen. But like, those are my Brock Lesnar whenever he gets on the microphone, because he doesn't talk a lot. It's not his strong suit, but when he does talk, it's just entertaining as hell. He's just like that country cowboy.
Yes, I love still
machine.
hearing it. You can hear that farm boy.
Because now he's
day.
got like the faux hawk thing where he has like the rest of his head is shaved like mine, but up top he like grew out his hair and put it in a ponytail.
And he looks like a Viking.
And he has the big beard.
That's
just
right.
looks like, I'm like, dude, that guy is just a world beater. Like, who in their right mind would ever piss that guy off?